Everyone, welcome back to my channel, Watcher of the Forest. How are you doing today? Happy Tuesday. So I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I know it's right down, a couple of days away, and I'm getting excited, as I'm sure a lot of you are. Do you remember when we were kids? When we were kids, getting excited for Christmas. Oh my gosh, right? It was bee's knees. It was the bee's knees. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope my videos are changing your lives for the better. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked and commented and subscribed. You guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. Even though I don't know you, doesn't matter. I can feel your energy and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, I'm just so happy. So let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The Seven of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And someone out there is as happy as I am, I want to say. And the Four of Swords. These cards are talking to me today. Thank you, spiritual team. So let's see. What other cards do we have? The Five of Wands. So I've already done 2 readings today. Whoops, awesome. In the Ace of Swords. The first reading I did was love story, a love story. It says, I think it says something like possible betrayal, forgiveness, something like that. It's a really good reading. Go and watch that if you'd like to. And the Six of Wands. Nice. Okay, so let's see. Seven of Wands. So I'm going to say you are a female, and I'm just going by the cards. Okay, could be male or female, but I'm just reading the energy of the cards. You are in meditation. Good for you. Keep telling myself I need to meditate more. Anyways, hopefully today I will. But yes, you're in meditation. See right through there, solar plexus, right? Yeah. You're in meditation. You might have a lot of people coming at you with demands or, hey, I need you to do this for me. Or, if you're at work, I need you to fax this for me. Hey, can you run this to, the court? I'm in a disposition, whatever. You know what I mean? Um, I need you to fax this. I need you to go pick up lunch for the people in the conference room. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Maybe you're at home and your kids are like, Mom, I'm going to be late for soccer. Oh, are you going to come to my football practice? Oh, I'm going ice skating. Are you going to drop me off? You said you dropped me off to the mall. You said you dropped me off to the library, right? And then there's your husband. Honey, did you forget the Smiths are coming over? We've got company. We need to make double what we normally make, right, for dinner. And did you remember we have a barbecue tomorrow we have to go to at my boss's house, right? So you have a lot of people coming at you with their demands, right? Doesn't always feel that way. It does, doesn't it? Feels like people come at us with their demands, right? How often do you get a please and thank you? You know, um, but the people that come at you with demands, if it's your family, I hope you know that they love and appreciate everything that you do for them, right? Every single thing that you do for them, whether you get a please and thank you or thank you, right? And if it's your boss, well, he should be saying please and thank you, right? But within all of that, you have found your safe space. You are like in a bubble, right? You're in a bubble. And even if you can just take away 5 minutes in the bathroom and sit and meditate, right? Or just stay silent for 5 minutes and just, I want to say, come back to your center, right? Which is your solar plexus. Come back to your center and be like, I got this, right? I might have a lot of people coming at me at once, wanting me to multitask and do this and do this and do this and do that, right? I can't run down and get the conference room lunch and fax, your dissertation, right? That's what, hundreds of pages. And I can't answer 20 calls that are coming at me, every minute. I can't do that all together, right? I can do one thing at a time, and I can do it correctly, 1000%, right? So you're just coming back to yourself, coming back to your core values for yourself, right? People want to run you ragged. I mean, almost all the time, right? No wonder why women come home from work exhausted. I mean, mentally exhausted, right? You know, I had a job recently. It was a temp job, and I was there for 5 months. And every single day, I would come home mentally exhausted. And I wasn't physically exhausted. No, I was mentally exhausted. And by Friday, I was just like, what? You know what I mean? And then by Saturday, go out and get groceries. Sunday, try to recoup, do laundry, and then go back to work Monday. I was still exhausted from the week before. And it would just compile and compile and compile and compile, right? It would be, I wish the workplace was like 50% mental exhaustion, 50% physical exhaustion. Like, why isn't there an office, like a conference room that had uh you know honestly, a conference room that had, I want to say, what are they called, like stair steppers, or um I can't even think of it. um you know the walk things where you just walk. um Yeah, just some kind of exercise, right? And and then you could still have your paperwork there, you could still read it, and it would just, like if you were on an exercise bike and you were spinning or something and you were still having your meeting, that would be absolutely awesome. That's an idea for someone out there. Go and do that, right? Go and tell your boss, hey, I want to, not just come home mentally exhausted. I want to be physically exhausted also. So why don't we have some exercise equipment in here? We can still hold our meetings, right? And anybody else who wants to go in the conference room and work out on their lunch or work out on their break can do so, because it needs to be a balance, right? It needs to be balanced. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to balance everything in your in your in your mind, in your psyche, right? Yeah. So whoever you are, I feel like you did it. I feel like you went to work and you told your boss that idea that you heard from some woman talking on social media here, and from Watcher of the Forest, right? Yes. And by the way, my name is Julene. Hello. So you went to work and you did it, and your boss said, oh my God, that's a fantastic idea. I'm going to implement that. You can go to Play It Again Sports, get secondhand, you know, um, exercise equipment, all different kinds, right? You could put it in the conference room, take out the chairs, and anybody that comes in there is going in there to work out. There you go. I mean, if you don't have a gym in your workplace, right? I mean, we're not like Oprah. Not everyone's like Oprah or Google that has a gym and a cafe and whatever else, a massage parlor and whatever else, right? But, and I think that he said, yes, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to do that. And then, a week goes by and everyone is like, holy Toledo, Janet, thank you so much for that idea, because you really made it more enjoyable to come to work now. I'm not just mentally exhausted when I go home. It's equal, right? I feel like I'm balanced now. I'm, half mentally exhausted, half physically exhausted, and I'm sleeping a lot better, right? I mean, yeah, that's something to be excited about. And then the Four of Swords, and you're just like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that everyone is having such a more enjoyable work life, right? Because that's what it is. It's an enjoyable work life now. Now you feel like you can just take a nap. I don't have to go into the bathroom and try to center myself, right? Because I had all this crap coming at me all the time. Now I can go out into my car and just take a nap, take a 20-minute nap, right? On my lunch break or on my break, right? And just chill out. Yeah, chill out. And just be thankful that I was listening to this lady at Watcher of the Forest. And look at that, Five of Wands. You know, we're all working together. We're all working together to make whatever happen in our life, whether it's our work life, our home life. We're all working together, right? Maybe you had a talk with your children and husband, and maybe you said, hey, you know, I need a little bit more help around the house. I need a lot more appreciation. You know, when you talk to me, say please and thank you, because then I would know that you love me and you are appreciating me. So let's all work together, okay? If you need to go ice skating, make sure you have everything with you. So I'm not rummaging around in your room looking for stuff, right? You know, stuff like that. And honey, yeah, I know that the Smiths are coming over for dinner, but you can help prep also. You can prep, you know, don't just leave it up to me, right? There's a lot of ways in our work life and in our home life where we can all work together and make everything equal reciprocity, right? Everything has to balance out, right? Because when it doesn't, we are exhausted, right? Emotionally exhausted and physically exhausted, right? And the Ace of Swords. Yes. But you know, this card just tells me that she is uh, really using her intuition, using her brain, thinking of things, of how can I make my life easier? Okay, I need to go into my office, but you know, when I go home, I'm running around with my kids and husband, and I don't have time to exercise. Maybe I can exercise at work also, right? So, you know, just stuff like that, right? How can I make my home life better with my kids and my husband? How can I make my friendships with my girlfriends more enjoyable, right? Just anything. Any kind of, I am going to actually read that card, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. I experience brilliant moments of clarity, right? New ideas, clarity, and aha moment. Truth revealed, awareness, and heightened states of consciousness. Memory or thought, communication, victory, success, and triumph. A stroke of genius. Yes, a stroke of genius. Holy Toledo, I figured it out how my workplace could be better. I figured it out how my home life could be better, right? Yeah, nothing wrong with that, you know. You know the saying when I was growing up, use your noggin, you know, use your head. Six of Wands. There you are. Friday night. Yay. You know, seriously, you're so excited. Friday night, you have everything's working out for you. Your work life, you don't come home Friday night mentally exhausted and just want to curl up in a ball for the whole weekend, you know, and just veg out. That's not you anymore, right? And your kids aren't bugging you all the time and your husband isn't bugging you all the time. They're all chipping in now, right? You're all working together, right? So this is how you feel Friday night when you come home. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I did it. I did it. Thank you, everyone. I did it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Divine Source Energy. Thank you, spiritual team. We did it all. Thank you for the little nudges. Thank you for the intuitive ideas that you gave me, right? Thank you for this channel, because without her dropping this little nugget of inspiration, right? Maybe I would be stuck for a little bit longer. Who knows, right? But we're all here to help each other, right? And so now you can celebrate, go out and celebrate with your girlfriends, right? So I created these cards last night. They're just little sayings. And so I'm going to pick one and we'll see if it jives with this reading. There's some funny ones in there too. I'd be thrilled if I got one out. But let's see what we're going to get. Okay, this one says, you are here to create a life you love. Yes, yes, you are here to create a life you love. A work balance, a home balance, right? Yes, that's so right on point with this reading. Let's see if we can find another one. The lovers, partnership. Yes, yes. You want a partnership with your spouse. You don't want to just have to do everything. Come home from work and do everything. Take care of the kids, take care of, the household, get dinner because the Smiths are coming over, his boss is coming over. No, you want a partnership, 50-50, 100, 100, 1,000, 1,000, right? You water me, I water you, right? Everything is partnership. I love that. Yes, you're a lover with your husband, you're a lover with your wife, but you're also a partner, right? You also do things. You share the load all the time at work and at home, always. And it's not just, oh, honey, I'm going on a golf weekend. You take care of the kids for the weekend. No, sorry. No, you want to go on a golf weekend? We're going to go with you. You can go and golf with your buddies, but I'm going to go there too and go to the spa. And the kids can, have a play date or something, right? But yeah, you know, the family that plays together stays together, right? I really believe in that. I do. I'm not saying that you can't have your own time. Of course you can, and you need that to be healthy, right? You need your own time. But when it comes to the kids, you both created them, right? I mean, come on. It's both your responsibility, not just his and not just hers, both of yours, right? So if you're a family of two people, wow, be really appreciative of that. Us single parents who had to do it by ourselves, it's really damn hard, right? So, I mean, we wished we could have had a partner, right? But it didn't turn out that way. So, but we still made it. And yes, isn't life grand? Yes, it is. So maybe one more card. Maybe one more card. Let's see what it's going to be. Strength, power. Yes, you have the power and the strength by yourself, but you have power together, right? Each of you have strength. She has strength, her own strength. He has his own strength, but together you have power. That's so wonderful. And this other card is, I am the storm. Yes, you are. You are the storm in your life who's going to be fed up with your workplace when they demand so much. You need to go in there and shake it up a little bit, right? Send some lightning in there, right? And also with some different ideas. Hey, boss, I'm tired of going home mentally exhausted. Let's shake it up a bit. Let's have some exercise equipment in the conference room so we can go in there and work out. We can work out during our meetings. That would be great, right? Yeah. So sometimes you have to be the storm in your own life to make changes that are really, really needed, right? Because nothing's going to change if you don't change it, right? No one is going to look at your life and say, oh, wow, yeah, I can see your life needs to be changed. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that can do that. But do you really want some stranger to come into your life and say, oh, yeah, I think you need to do this. I think you need to do that differently. I mean, that actually sounds like fun to me. But, you have the power, is what I want to say. You have the power yourself to go in there and make changes for your own life, right? Whale spirit, number 65. Trust the great mystery. Yeah, trust the great mystery of your life, right? You are here to create a life you love. Trust the great mystery. That's just so beautiful. The mystery of life, right? How are you going to live your life. You know, do you need strength and power and partnership? Do you need to go in there and create a storm and make some changes? Right? Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I hope you liked this reading. I loved it. I love the cards and how they come out and the story that unfolds. It's just so beautiful, right? And I believe the stories are very helpful. And I know they help me out. And I hope they help you out also. So thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.